guys and gals, and why is this thing so crooked this morning? Welcome to the Monday, March 10th episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. It's been an interesting few days. Good morning, Tony. Hope you're doing okay this morning there, bud. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's been a very interesting couple days. Friday, um, Friday evening, I got like really dizzy again to the point of getting nauseous. and Saturday morning, I had in here working on a video. I had three attacks where the room started spinning. Um, got nauseous, very nauseous. Um, wound up wound up going in late. Luckily, the head chef got the dough all started and stuff. All I had to do was go in and show him how to make the new dough for yesterday morning or for yesterday's business. And yesterday morning, I came in here. I had 8 attacks in less than an hour. I was completely dehydrated. Anyway, the wife wound up leaving work early to take me to the hospital where we were at until early afternoon. Had CAT scan done. We're all starting to think now that if you guys remember right, several months ago when I was walking to work, they were doing construction and on one of the roads, and the barricade was moved up too far, and the leg, instead of sitting flush on the ground, was bent up on the barricade, and I tripped over it. And if you guys remember, hit my shoulder and the back of my head when I tried to roll instead of falling flat on my face and messing this work of art up. But they think it's attributed to that. They want me to get an MRI done, and they think it might be there might have been a concussion there. And the hospital that I went to that day just didn't even bother checking it because there was no bump or no mark. Um, so yeah, they've got a patch on me back here behind my ear. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Right here to help with the nausea, and they've got prescriptions sent out for me for the dizziness and the nausea. This morning, not been a nauseous morning, but for the first 3 hours I was up, it was just one continuous can't get up and move without being afraid of falling down, stuff like that. So yesterday, after getting home from the hospital, I wound up sleeping all night Saturday night. Went to the hospital yesterday morning. Was there from 5 until just a little after noon. Came back home and slept all day, and then turned around and slept last night again, just 2 hours after waking up. Um, it's been pretty scary, actually. Seeing double, triple, and quadruple vision, not being able to move. It was so bad there for a while. I had to sit like this at the computer desk. So if I tried to sit back, my head started spinning again. So I get on in here and check out some of these cool. Let me see here. There's Tony. I not do well with the whole spring forward. Neither do I. Neither do I. Messed me up something fierce. Good morning, Ben. Good to see you, bud. Let me see here. Good morning, Terry. Hope you're doing well this morning. Ben again. There's Ben. There's Terry. There's Terry. There's Stephen. Good morning, Stephen. Good to see you, bud. Lady C. Happy Monday to you, honey. Somewhere she is with low blood sugar. And see, that was one of the first things they checked out because when I told them, that I had been to the hospital went for the um, initial fall when they treated my shoulder, when my shoulders were kind of all cockeyed and set up and stuff like that. Then I went back to our other hospital where I went yesterday, like 2.5 months ago, and it my blood pressure was fine then too, and they checked it again yesterday. Heart was good, blood pressure was fine, EKGs come back wonderful. But they went on and they done another MRI yesterday, or another CAT scan yesterday, just on my head, and they said there's no sign of any hemorrhaging or anything in there, but it's very possible that I could be going through that post um, concussion. So yeah, it's been pretty iffy these last few days. Looking for a new place to live. Really? Wow. Daylight savings in Maryland starts March 9th to November 2nd. Could be. Sure, maybe. Hey, me. Good to see you. Yeah, I understand the just lurking thing. I don't blame you for not, messaging us while you're driving, that's for sure. But I hope everybody else had a good weekend, other than going through all the spinnies and the not being able to balance and walking around here like I'm 102 with my legs all spread, so I have more of a wider base and don't fall down. I'm still holding on to things when I walk because if I'm up on my feet for too long, I start to get like dizzy, and I start noticing I'm doing this. So yeah, yeah. Sunrise 7:25, sunset 7:11. Psycho roommate equals Lady C moving away from nonsense. I don't blame Lady C. I can't deal with psycho. Well, you're just going to be all kinds of fun this morning, aren't you? It's Monday. Everybody's got to start sending messages and posting to Facebook, posting to Instagram, posting to TikTok. Snap kick. I almost didn't even do the stream this morning because of the dizziness. I didn't know how long I was going to be able to sit in here, how long I was going to be able to move around. I'm actually imbalanced right now. For some reason, I'm wanting to lean to the left, and but I figured, what the hey, I'm not going to be, grabbing the trash can in the middle of a live stream and barfing. So I was going to go on and do this damn stream. You just met me, Ben, but I got this. Oh, goodness gracious. Other than that, staying busy, um, working on them videos, getting them rolling, trying to keep them rolling just in case something does happen. And I do have to take a break for a couple weeks. I've I've got the video stockpile up. actually just worked on one this morning, or finished it up this morning. Actually started a couple days ago. Um, Called Paranormal Flashback. It was one of our very first investigations that Mark and I went on. And, well, compared to the equipment, the field equipment and the stuff that I have here in the studio, compared to what I had, you know, 5 years ago, um, I decided it was well worth going back and rehashing one of our original investigations just to see how rough the video was and how rough the sound was, how rough the communication was. But I picked a good one. I picked one that Mark's wife, my wife, and my daughter went on with us. The only one that they went on with us, um, to check out. So I hope you guys enjoy that when it rolls around. Um, I know I was joking. A smile a day is a good day. Always praying for you, keeping positive thoughts. I appreciate that, Lady C. I really do. Um, like I said, we don't know for certain, but all these dizzy spells started shortly after that fall, and it only makes sense. So the doctor that I was talking to yesterday that was treating me actually listened to me. Um, it was bad. Yesterday was bad. It was very scary. Like I said, the wife came home from work about an hour and a half early, and uh, I was in bed. I was in bed. I didn't have the energy nor the gumption to even get up. And, you know, she wound up getting me up, helping me get a hoodie and a pair of slippers on. And I literally wrapped my arms around her and hugged onto her sweatshirt, all the way to the kitchen. And then the big dizzy hit me again. I had to sit down for like 10 minutes and just slump back across the table. After about 10 or 15 minutes of that, she finally got me outside and into the passenger seat. And I noticed by the time I left the hospital, I could actually just walk. I use that term loosely. Um, Out to the car, which she did pull up to the main door. Thank God, because there's no way I would have been able to walk that hill getting down to the parking area from the main entrance. Good morning, Jay. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I hope nobody else ever has to experience this because this is some scary stuff. I mean, you know, you're used to being your own person. I walk out of this house between 4:30 or between 3:30 and 4:30 every morning. You know, 6 days a week. You know, I'm walking over um, the landscaping railroad bar poles that we have out in the yard, walking across the yard, walking down the steps, walking to work, and I'm not even doing any very much walking here in the house right now. So, yeah, it's. But I got to get myself back in, or back into, you know, shape. Um, Month after next is the Niles Ren Fair. This will be my 6th year doing security for them. So hopefully this medicine um, continues to work, um, or does work, so I don't have to stop doing that because that's one of the very few things I actually am able to get out of the house to do and enjoy anymore. Um, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to you. I appreciate it, Stephen. I appreciate it, but you know, I'm alive and kicking, It's just a little bit more challenging. Well, maybe not kicking so much because I'll fall over, destroy half my wheelbase. I'm going to be laying on the TV stand, or my head's going to be inside the TV or something. Doing fine. JJ headed to her doctor's appointment and my dental appointment. Wow, you guys are just going to get all kinds of stuff done today, aren't you? I was wondering why you were in here and she wasn't. That's a little unusual. Yeah, the wife's supposed to be calling the doctor's office right now. No, 8:30. 8:30 they open up, and she'll be calling them to get a price on the medication and stuff like that, and hopefully we can afford it. Hopefully we got the money for it. It's just you just never know with medications these days. It is supposed to be stellar weather for the next few days. It is. It is supposed to be amazing weather. I mean, we're talking, May, late April through the month of May kind of weather, like 50s and from the mid 50s to the high 60s for the next 6 or 7 days. So then we'll see what happens after that. I mean, this is Michigan. We've had beautiful weather in March before, and then a foot of snow on the ground the third day of April. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, have to get done before I retire from FedEx in 3 weeks. Oh, that's right. That's coming up. April. Wow. Then you're going to be at home with the wife all the time. I bet she's already started working on that honey-do list. We need to double the size of the chicken pen. I want to plant flowers out in the backyard. I want to get the back deck redone. Uh, we could use new linoleum in the kitchen. I don't get no crabbing off the wife until it's my day off. And that's when that, 3-page honey-do list comes out. It's funny, even when she's asleep, she knows. She knows. And I hear about it. Did you do this, and this? Yes, question mark. Oh. But yeah, sometime in the next month and a half, roughly 2 months, I have got to get the Viking house built that I'm taking out there to the Ren Fair. Um, get my dragon head bedpost done, and try to come up with the money for the Viking sword that I'm looking at. That way, for those of you that have seen historic reenactors and stuff, everything needs to be at least somewhat historic. So carrying a Scottish basket hilt broadsword or a claymore when you're dressed as a Viking just isn't right. So we'll just see what happens between now and then. Man, 3 weeks. 3 weeks till you get to retire, Jay. No more dealing with the crap out there at FedEx. No more dealing with bad drivers, disgruntled customers, big dogs, little dogs. But yeah, uh, trying to stay busy, getting ready for this year with our investigations. I have to get a hold of Mark and see what he's got rolling. Of course, in June we have Ghostorama, our first Ghostorama of 2025. Um, got to get together. Got to get everything together. Um, of course, I'll co-host with Danny. I'm going to be speaking at this event about the paranormal and doing investigations and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good it's going to be a good show. Um, and then like I said, we got to start figuring out investigations this year, different filming locations for some of the videos. It's never ending. It's never ending, but it's fun. Time to put the trash out. Yeah, it's trash day here too. Not a lot to talk about today. Just mostly hanging out. I'm coffeeed out already. I've been up for a few hours. I've got my water here. So it's going to be more like flavored water and chat today. Let me see here. Most up to date news. Um, of course, the world now knows what happened to Gene Hackman and his wife. Um, According to the news outlet that I seen yesterday, she very possibly could have passed away and been in that bathroom for a week um, before Gene fell and had his heart attack and passed away. They're saying that the last time she was notorious for checking her emails and being on her phone. Uh, they did find her phone, and the last time she was on was February 11th, where they're saying that Jean probably had a heart attack and fell down on February 18th. So, here's a 95-year-old man with the onset of Alzheimer's wandering around the house for a week before he finally passed. Very, very sad. Gene Hackman was a wonderful actor, humanitarian, just an all-around good guy. Good morning, Santee. Hope you're doing well this morning. Just jumped up and heard heart attack. Don't jump up too fast, or um, yeah, you could have a cardiac infraction, um, or get dizzy like I've been for the last 2 days, and you know fall down. I'm doing better this morning. I was talking about it earlier when we started the stream. Saturday was very rough. I wound up going in about 3 hours late. The head chef had rolled the dough balls already for Saturday's business. I came in and done the dough for yesterday's business, um, which wound up being an adventure in itself. We had a birthday party of 50 That was supposed to show up yesterday, so I had to make extra dough for that. Um, but Sunday morning, Sunday morning was the bad one. Like I said, I had 8 episodes in the studio here yesterday morning, and the wife wound up leaving work early, and I spent all morning long in the hospital while they were running all kinds of tests, checking out my heart, checking my blood sugar, just eliminating possibilities. Heart was fine, blood pressure was fine, sugar was fine. Um, but they think that the dizzy spells and the nausea and the headaches are coming from where I fell uptown during the winter and hit the back of my head on the sidewalk. So I've got to get an MRI now and check it out to see if maybe there's not an issue up there from a post concussion scenario. Uh, It'd be so much easier if I could just get this channel monetized, and um, then I wouldn't have to leave the house to work. I would just sit in here and work for you guys all the time. Plus, it would give me time to, do more live streams, make more videos, have more guests, all those things that I wanted to do this year, but just haven't seemed to have been able to find the time to do it. Um, there's open if they find nothing up there. Um, we don't know yet. They did not schedule the MRI. Um, we have to schedule that ourselves, but they also prescribed me medicine for the dizziness and these little patches. Um, like I said, I don't know if you guys can see it right here, but that helps for the nausea. They prescribed those, and they prescribed something for the dizziness. So hopefully they're not that expensive, and we can get those this morning. The wife's supposed to be calling out to the pharmacy at 8:30 to find out the cost of the medicines and stuff, and so hopefully we can get them today, and I can start taking them and end this. Uh, yeah. And as for the hopefully they find nothing up there, I can almost guarantee they're not going to really find much of nothing up there. Now, whether or not I hit my head or something is um, a whole different animal. But when it comes to finding, any up there, yeah, they're not going to find nothing. I mean, look what I do for a hobby. That should be the evidence right there that they're not going to find anything up there. And hoping that they find nothing up there. Let's see, we're monetized here. I just wanted to pop in for a second. Hey, Rob, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good this morning. No, I'm actually not monetized. Um, I qualified for monetization several months ago, but the link on your mobile device to try to monetize yourself through a mobile device, uh, the link don't work. You fill in all the information, um, send it, and it goes right back to the previous screen, all blank, and you got to fill it all in again. And since I don't have a computer, um, I got no way to do it on there either. So yeah, it's definitely very annoying. Besides that, I really honestly don't like how they set up their memberships and they set up their super chats and stuff like that. Since YouTube keeps anywhere but about 35 to 40% of any donations or anything that is sent to a content creator, um, which is really weird because when you are monetized on YouTube, they take out taxes, about 35% of what somebody sends you for a super chat or something like that, and then you get this stuff and have to pay taxes on it, which is another 35%. So you actually wind up losing almost 70% of any money that you make, on here. So that's why I like doing the PayPal thing, because if you when you go to send money on the PayPal thing, if you hit, friends and family or whatever, it don't charge you to send donations. If you hit, like, you're going to purchase something, then it does charge you tax, but not under the friends and family thing. So there's always a way around that. And I don't like when somebody does take the time to send money that they have to pay more of their hard-earned money to send stuff to me. Everybody works hard for their money. I don't give two quacks if you're retired, make 100 grand a year, or make $12 minimum wage. You still got to work hard for that money, and I don't like when people have to send extra money to send money to me. That's why I do the PayPal thing. Um, Doing great. Going on an exploration tomorrow. Just did my first celebrity grave in the past 6 months the other day. Very cool. I enjoy the celebrity graves. That's awesome. And you just log into YouTube on your daughter's computer and do it. If I could remember any of my information, probably, maybe, I don't know. But I don't remember a lot of my information, especially now that everything's kind of. I go trying to think about things, like, Santee, you're famous for your intros and outros, talking to the camera, explaining things. I try to do that, and it sounds like an old AOL dial-up, um, and that's not exaggerating. My when I go trying to think about things that I want to say or try to remember things, it's like. 60% of $1 better than 100% of zero. The stream. Hey Ty, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. They take out 30% around tax time. Usually sent something from YouTube to give my tax person. Santee is famous for being Santee. Yes, he is. I don't see Jan. Where's Jan? I see Jay. I don't see Jan. We have a tablet that we used for a teleprompter. That's what I need. I need a teleprompter. I had a ton of stuff I wanted to talk about this morning, and by the time 8 o'clock rolled around to start the stream, I had forgotten about 75% of it. So it was fruity and it worked really well. Nice. That's always a good thing. I mean, I guess if I, wanted to spend the money, I could always have somebody, um, I could always have somebody stand like right over here holding cue cards up for me. Um, I spent a fortune in poster board though. Jeez, it criminy. For everything from editing, everything I do. It's very well. I use a real computer with a keyboard type of things. JJ, but it's me for the first time in a long, long time. I'm here, been trying to work on 3 projects at once. Hey, Freedom, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Morning, doctor appointment. As you guys can see, it's not exactly a perfect day over on this side. I'm having to lean in to read, but I'm working on a screen yay big, so I got to lean in to be able to read. Um, the weather's getting nice. I've got a lot of projects coming up. I'm actually going to an abandoned location in the woods tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to get things rolling again, but it seems like every time we make plans about a week ahead of time, it's either in the 30s or snowing when it comes time to make those plans. So I'm going to just sit here and make videos until next month when I know things are going to be a little nicer and I don't got to worry about freezing my cojones off out there in the woods somewhere. It very well could be. That's one more thing that they're going to be checking out. Of course, these doctors don't understand when they say go see your primary care physician after you've told them 5 or 6 times you didn't have one because the state decided all of a sudden like that you didn't need insurance anymore. Um, and when you're trying to save a home and stuff like this, you don't exactly have abundance of money to spend on doctor's appointments and prescriptions and things like that. Or even just health insurance. I could not believe when I started looking at what health insurance was going to cost me. Um, it blew me away. I mean, no wonder people don't like insurance companies. Yeah, it's supposed to be 70 here like next Friday or Saturday. 50s, 50s all the way up to 69, 70 degrees this week. So we'll see. Okay, headed in. I'll be back later. All right, Jay, you take care of yourself, bud. We'll catch you in a little bit. I'm glad I have excellent health insurance through where I work at one of the best. Definitely so. If you're lucky enough that the company that you work for has health insurance, that's amazing. I remember what it was like to have insurance. I didn't have to worry about my diabetes medicine, didn't have to worry about the blood clot medicine. The only thing I had to buy that they didn't cover were my aspirins for my heart every day and the vitamins that I took for being an old dirtbag. So now we don't have any of it. So but it's okay. I'm still strong. I'm still alive, and I'm still pushing myself forward. So hopefully you guys are all having the good weather that we're having here in the Great Lakes region, um, and you're starting to get outside and do things. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff to do for the Niles Ren Fair before the 17th of May. I've got a complete Viking lodge to build. I've got a couple box seats to build, storage containers. It's going to be busy, busy. So hopefully this medicine that we're supposed to get works, and I can get all this stuff done before the 17th of May, um, or it's going to be a very possibly, wet weekend. Good morning, Lee. Alcohol and a wrench. That might help you. I need to get my insurance fixed so I can get some teeth pulled. I have some alcohol and a wrench. Coming to you live from my bedroom as I am no longer employed. What? I thought they were only getting rid of government employees. Wow, that's that's a shock. I thought only government employees were losing their jobs. Air traffic controllers, park rangers, IRS workers, um, Department of Immigration workers. Now, only if the president lost his job. I was let go due to not meeting their expectations of polling orders. Wow, and you've been there 2 years now, a year and a half, and you don't meet their expectations. Sounds like it could be a great, big, huge, healthy helping of BS to me. Is it handbook policies? You have to pull a certain number of orders. Man, that's terrible. I'm so sorry, bud. But the nice thing about it is, you know, maybe, just maybe, this was not the right place for you, and you're resourceful, man. It's one thing I do know about you. You are resourceful. If anybody's going to be able to get out there and find another job really fast, it's you. They have expectation to pull. The problem is they have hired more people in our department, so amount of work has varied. Yeah, that's always wonderful. I remember when my wife lost her job at Y due to COVID. It was horrible, but a blessing because she got a job at the Veterans Hospital making a lot more money. You know, they always say that when one door closes, another door opens. Um, I've been in those rooms where one door closes and that's the only door in the room. So, yeah. But like I said, as resourceful as Lee is, you know, if he's out of job for 2 weeks, I'm going to be completely amazed. I've been on my case since the beginning of the year. After the last pitch fest, I started keeping track of what I was pulling. They said my numbers looked good at the beginning of the month. See, that's just kind of strange. You know, if they're going to pay, if they're going to give you accolades and compliment you on what you're doing a week ago, then all of a sudden they're going to say, oh, well, you're not keeping up where you should. That's just kind of squirrely to me. Oh, hey, wow. In case you guys didn't catch that, we just completely lost um, um, connection with the chat and it came back again. So, well, Chris Lionel went to Florida for a week, and my lead went to Florida the next week. Project that I'm going to be working on is a playhouse for my granddaughters made out of pallets. Don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to be doing it. That's a sign of a good grandpa right there. That's a sign of a good grandpa. When you go out and try to conquer things, you have no clue what you're doing. But I want to build a tree house for mine. But you know, she's not quite 3, so yeah, I might be getting ahead of myself on that one. No matter what they say. Got a couple places lined up. Need to spruce up my resume and see what happens. There you go. Already got this situation well in hand. Bloody hell, man. But definitely staying busy here. Like I said, I'm keeping the videos up ahead just in case I have to take a couple weeks off because of this, or they want me to be in a hospital or something. Um, Perform a lobotomy on me, whatever the case may be, to try to get my gray matter back to graying like it should. So dizzy I couldn't even take the trash can to the curb this morning because I didn't have anything to hold on to walking back up from the road. So yeah, it's feeling a little feeling a little useless around here right now. County offers employment help, and the college has a job fair tomorrow. There you go. There you go. Travel to Bentonville, North Carolina for the 160th. Interesting. Interesting. Well, good luck to you, old friend. I hope you run across something that um, not only you enjoy but is financially beneficial to you. Um, we all got expensive hobbies, I guess. So as long as you're able to find something that not only pays well, but you enjoy it and don't mind you taking off to go do um, events, you got this licked. You should find somewhere who will treat you better, but you should also have resource. Should you decide you want recourse. Money in the bank, try to find something closer to home. Always a benefit. Oh dear God, man. That's like the wife going out there and working, you know, at the casino. Um, Not that bad in the summertime, but in the wintertime and the fact that they move her around from one place to the next where they need help. Granted, the 15-minute drive to work where she normally works at isn't bad, but that 50-minute drive to the other one where they send her certain times, especially, during these months when she's working nights. Um, yeah, I ain't too up crazy about that. Them long drives get kind of scary. Oh yeah, definitely so, Freedom. Definitely so. Go in there, submit that resume, go in for an interview with a big smile on your face, looking like that dapper gentleman you are. Oh yeah, something good will come out. Oh, let's see here. Got 8 in here. Sorry guys, having a real hard time concentrating. Um, I hope we can get that medicine. I do not like this feeling um, right now. I actually got everything done in here early, went out and laid on the couch, slept for like an hour and a half again, and I feel like I could go lay right back down right now and sleep. I am so exhausted. The pressure up here, especially right in through here, and the things aren't spinning right now, but it's almost like a feeling of disassociation, like you're looking at a picture of something instead of doing it yourself. Um, it's really hard to concentrate, but okay, buddy, gotta go. Get my day started. Get a little exercise in and get ready for work. All right, Rob, you have yourself an amazing day, bud. Take care, stay healthy, and we'll catch you here real soon. At least, if not beforehand, here in a couple months. Hey, David, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this morning. Happy Monday, if there is. such a thing as a happy Monday. I mean, it's Monday. Got some good videos coming up here in the next month or so. We delve into uh, certain historic individuals. We're going to delve into the life of the everyday life of the Viking. Of course, like I said, I've been working on a video um, where called Paranormal Flashback, which is going to be a reoccurring series here on the channel of our past investigations, places I'd like to return to, and what we found, especially in those videos from back when we started. You know, when we had the really crappy equipment and we're relying on, you know, voice boxes and EMF meters and stuff all the time. No voice recorders or anything like that. So, you know, good morning, Ian. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this morning. Man, is that a message? Looks like a message. Wouldn't. Sorry, it was the wife messaging to ask whether or not she had to take the trash down to the curb. It's like I told her we've not put a lot of stuff in the can. If it's not even half full, I wouldn't worry about dragging it down there. And of course, she's going to go and take it down there anyway. Try to wake up. Just waiting for coffee to be done. I've got so much to do. When it warms up, I don't want to think about it. Coffee is always good in the morning, that's for sure. Coffee is life. Coffee is life. We'll be doing paranormal investigations again starting in April. That's when I'm hoping to get fired back up, is next month. Hopefully our weather holds out and we don't have one of those normal Aprils where things start to get a little warm and then all of a sudden it bottoms back out again and we have snow on the ground the second week of April. So we'll see what happens. About the only thing Canadian I favor is Tim Hortons. I still have yet to try Tim Hortons coffee. Haven't had a chance to try it yet. Of course, they sell it in our store uptown here, but it's like 16, $17 a can, which I could buy two of my normal cans of coffee for that price. So, and still have change left over. The falls are cleaner than New York. It's one of the more reasonably priced good coffees I've found. Weather is totally unpredictable. Every time we plan to do something on a weekend, it either rains or snows, which is why we've not tried to get out um, here in the last month. Is we'll have a couple days where it's in the 50s or something like that, and then all of a sudden it bottoms back out to the 20s and snows like crazy. So yeah, that's I'm right there with you, David. Stop planning things. Well, and I can't speak for David, but with me not being able to drive or anything like that, I have to coordinate days with Mark to figure out what we're going to do, where we're going to go, things like that. So yeah, I have a viable excuse why I have to plan things out ahead. It used to be that's how I was. I would I'd get a I'm too much like my dad. I'd get a burr up my butt and just go get dressed and go do. And yeah, it don't work that way anymore. They have buses. Oh, we got a bus if you want to pay $10 for a round trip somewhere, and then hope and pray they even go that direction to go somewhere. They only run certain hours of the day, so a lot of people that don't have cars or their car breaks down has to wait for a certain bus to, like, we'll use the example, take them to work at the casino, but by the time they get off work, there's no ride home. So yeah, it's one more pleasure of living in a tiny town. No taxi service, no Ubers, public transportation that only works uh, 6 hours out of the day and only goes certain places. Definitely cheaper. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this up or not. Everything is just kind of. This is really messed up. I've always lived near cities, much to my dismay. You won't catch me living in another city. Oh, I know freedom. I know. Um, Rest if you need rest. Like I said, I slept quite a bit yesterday and last night, and woke up and came in here and worked a little bit this morning, and then laid back down, fell back asleep again, and Yeah. See, that's my what I think about being in a city is the only reason that you go to a larger city or a larger town is to have more places to spend money. We have a Dollar General, we have a Family Dollar, we have a grocery store. We have no we have well, I take that back. We have one antique store here in town. Um, what? Four gas stations, 27 churches, um, two diners, two sit-down restaurants. Ain't a lot to spend money on here. It's a 10-minute wait to the nearest bus, 10-minute walk to the nearest bus, and it only runs Monday to Friday. And the next closest stop is a good 20 minutes hike. Not fun in the rain. Nope. Part of the play for those 14-minute cities. We got a Dollar General, but it's drastically more expensive than the Walmart. I never get a chance to shop at Walmart, so I really honestly don't know what the price comparison is. We go to Walmart, we go there for specific things and get the hell out of Dodge because we don't want to deal with some of the people at Walmart. Right, rip off knowing you can't get somewhere easier to pay less. Now I have to admit, since Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar, we have noticed prices going up. Even though Dollar Trees, up until what a year ago was everything in the store for a dollar, but since they bought Family Dollar, a lot of the things that you're paying $1.25 for at Dollar Tree is $4 and $5 and $6 at Family Dollar. So it's just don't. Uh-uh. Walmart is okay on Sunday mornings. Well, sadly, Sunday mornings I'm usually at work, and the wife is coming home and going to bed after working all night long. So making that 30-mile round trip to go to Walmart and hope you find things on sale. Um, uh-uh. Most of the annoying folks are in church or bed hungover. We have Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree here, and nothing costs a dollar anymore. Amen to that. Bring back the 24-hour Walmart. Oh, if only. I think those days are long gone. Uh, all of our Walmarts used to be 24 hours, and I don't think any of them around here are anymore. Maybe the one in Three Rivers, Michigan. That one there, I think, may still be 24 hours. But, not only have they got loss prevention walking around in there, but they've got cops in there eyeballing everybody, keeping an eye on them. If they just don't like the way you look, they'll follow you around and just watch you. I don't like being scrutinized when I go shopping. I when I go shopping into some place like that, I not only am going in to get certain things, but I'm going in to look at things also. So, yeah, I don't like being no. Bring back the hour, Wally World. None of our WalMarts 24 hours. They do open pretty early in the morning. I know South Carolina when I was down there, and they have 24-hour ones. Perfect. They watch me. Anything wrong? We're all criminals, even though we're not wasting billions or miscellaneous. Good point. Yeah, see, I normally don't mind them following me around either, but when every time you pick up something to look at it, they're staring to see if you're gonna put it back on the shelf or stick it in your coat or down your britches or whatever the case may be. It just it falls back into that whole guilty until proven innocent kind of thing. So it just feels like to them when you walk into a store, you're automatically there to shoplift until you walk back out and don't set off the alarms. Then they know you're good. No, and that's probably why Walmart has marked up so many of their prices now. Is they're paying these off-duty police officers and stuff to go in and walk around. Plus, they've upped the number of loss prevention specialists. And I mean, scroll through your suggested videos. You'll find all kinds of stuff on Walmart employees, even following people out in a parking lot to look at their receipts and stuff like that. So to watch you unload your cart into your car to make sure that you didn't steal anything or that you scanned everything that um, you had decided to pick up. It's I don't know. Yeah, and every place is different. You know what they do here, they may not do in Chicago, or they may not do in um, Indianapolis or wherever the case. Yeah, exactly, Freedom. Exactly. If they can pick up two old ladies arguing over a box of minute rice on aisle 14, um, why are they watching individuals um, that are just coming in to shop? I mean, it's just, welcome back, Jay and Jan. Hope everything went well at your first appointment. Our Walmart in New Haven had actual cops in uniform guarding toilet paper during the big C. Must be nice, Tony. You live in a hotter area than me and Drew. Yeah, I think I'll stick to our little overpriced grocery store. You know, it's really bad. We went in there the other day, and the wife wanted to check the manager's special meats. And we were looking at ground beef. Ground beef, perfect example. No, better yet, chicken. Boneless, skinless chicken breast. You would think you was buying 5 dozen eggs for what they had those 3 chicken breasts priced at on sale. I mean, I think it was $24 and change for either 3 or 4 small. I mean, these things look like pigeon breasts, and you know they had them like at 20, 22, $23. And then the ground beef, my God, it was $18 something for 4 pounds of ground beef. It's getting to the point. It's getting to that point. Perhaps I give off the impression of someone not to be fucked with. 6 bucks a dozen. Who would have ever dreamt in a million years that you want to go out and buy eggs? I seen a video the other day that a news crew was in a Costco, and they must have had 20 skids of eggs that they brought out and lined both sides of the aisleway with them. And they said within an hour, almost every last egg was gone. I I would have never dreamt that. People don't play with the Second Amendment unless they in uniform. Yeah, and you know, at Walmart, you can always tell what police officers, or that the police officers on duty there doing security are off the clock police officers, because any Walmart's policy on carrying a weapon is unless you are an on duty police officer, no weapons allowed. I have seen I have seen news stories where an officer tries to stop on his way home at a Walmart and get groceries for his family, and they escorted him back out to his patrol car, his take home, and watched him put his sidearm in the trunk. They will not allow any off-duty police officers. I don't care. I don't care if you have a Class A permit. You cannot carry your sidearm in Walmart. So, which is really funny because a lot of Walmarts still sell guns. I know ours all do, but they don't allow any guns in Walmart. People are stupid. Rush out to buy eggs when they hadn't bought eggs in a year. I know folks will have to do. I haven't bought eggs in, wow, but they're up to 5.54 a dozen here from what I've heard. We're out. Luckily, here about a month and a half ago or so, we went to Walmart. Yeah, Walmart, and bought um, five uh, 5 dozen eggs, and paid like 27 dollars for 5 dozen eggs. And when we ran out of that 5 dozen, which was just the other night when the wife made um, stir fry, uh, we decided we're going to start going through her mom's friend that raises chickens for their eggs, because we're only paying like $3 a dozen from him. So yeah, we're that's where we're going to get our eggs from now on. I have powdered eggs from my SHTF cache and powdered milk. We got powdered milk. Hey, where'd all these price cuts go? Did you guys hear about the two states? I believe it's Minnesota and possibly Wisconsin that gets their electric power from a Canadian based electric company. They are talking about killing all power crossing the border, which is going to leave these 15 or 20 towns, 30 towns with no electric. God's honest truth. Seen it on the news the other night. Was blown away uh, to see how Canada, and Mexico, and China, and you know all of these other countries are all putting their own tariffs and things into place. Where's all these price cuts? Maybe if they would go ahead and send out these $5,000 douche stimulus checks, um, things might get a little better for all of us there for a while. But I guess they're still tossing that one around, even though you know it's been it's been announced that certain states have already got them. Supposedly, New Jersey got theirs like a week ago, but New Jersey's special. Hey, Danny, good to see you, bud. I'm using powdered milk now, but not powdered eggs yet. A couple weeks ago, had a hard time selling our eggs. Now we have a waiting list. I bet you do. This is this is one of them situations where she's going to want to order more chickens to make more eggs because you can sell them at 4.50 a dozen, undercut all the local stores, and keep people coming back like crazy. Powdered eggs are fine for baking. Not been doing very much baking since we ran out of that 5 dozen, that's for sure. I was going to make peanut butter cookies the other day. Didn't have any eggs in the fridge. Guess who's going without peanut butter cookies? Right now, prices aren't hurting us, but I don't like it much. Prices are killing us. Prices are killing us. Peanut butter happens to be very good for you when you're a diabetic. That's actually the number one thing on my diabetic um, diet list is peanut butter. So, well, I don't put any sugar in my peanut butter cookies. So they're pretty much, with the exception of what little bit of flour I put in them, and no carbs and eggs. Um, yeah, no carbs in vanilla. So yeah, just that little bit of flour that I put in there, which now the doctors are saying that consuming a certain amount of carbs isn't bad for you. 9 years ago, when all that stuff happened to me, they wanted me to completely cut out carbs, cut out pasta, cut out blueberries, cut out bananas, cut out potatoes completely. Now they're saying a certain amount of carbs are good. PB&J, mac and cheese. If it raises your blood sugar level, it's not good. I walk down the aisle at the store and see all the cookies on the shelves. It raises my blood sugar up. So, but the doctors were very happy with my blood sugar at the hospital yesterday morning. She was looking in her files from when I was there a few months ago, and she said your blood sugar is actually down 50 points from where it was, 2.5 months ago when you were here. She goes, and you've lost weight. So I figure, yay, time to celebrate. Make peanut butter cookies. It gets pretty, it makes you feel pretty good about yourself when you go to the hospital for an emergency and they sit there and they compliment you while you're there. What do we got here? Bunch of crap, 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 crap. Man, it's 9:30 already, guys. We've been on here for an hour and a half already. I started drinking green tea. My blood sugar levels went down to normal. Celery with cream cheese. Dude, I love me some cream cheese on celery. And it's a bloody shame we can't afford the cream cheese to go on it. I mean, at our store, 249, 250, 275 for a little teeny tiny block of cream cheese. It is just not a necessity. Steamed vegetables. Now, see, a situation like that, I absolutely positively agree. I would love to have some steamed vegetables. If you could afford the vegetables, I am not going to pay $3 for a head of lettuce. I am not going to pay $6.39 for a pack of a orange, a red, and a green bell pepper. I am not going to pay $7 for a bag of onions. I normally don't drink tea, but green tea isn't too bad. See, I love green tea. Absolutely love green tea. There's no caffeine in tea. I need my caffeine to wake me up in the morning. If it wasn't for the pot of coffee that I drank before this stream ever started, I'd probably be asleep again. Time to spend 20 bucks on seeds. And I actually thought about putting out a garden again this year. But, one year we had it back over next to the jailhouse. The next year we had it over in the front yard by the corner of the property. And since that's where the old house used to sit here, there is so much brick and stone and wood and things in the ground out here, nothing wants to grow. Tomatoes are about the only thing we really got to grow in our last garden. And, there's no place to plant a garden up here because this is where this house sits at. So and then you go out to our front yard, which don't have any rock and stone and stuff in it, and it's all shaded because of where the house and the pine trees are at. So yeah. I spent 125 bucks on a large order of heritage seeds 2 to 3 years ago. A lot of protein, lactose-free milk. Shade is an issue here. Yeah, I would love to plant a garden. I absolutely love going and spending a warm afternoon crawling around on my knees um, out in the garden picking weeds and making it look all nice. But with the stones and the brick and all the wood and stuff out there, like I said, the tomatoes were the only thing that grew. And we had three different kinds of peppers. We had tomatoes, we had squash, we had pumpkin, we had green beans, we had beets, we had all kinds of stuff out in that garden, and nothing would grow. Out of 30 green bean plants, we got one pot of green beans. Out of 8 tomato plants, we got about 85 tomatoes. So yeah, it's planter boxes. See, I thought about building planter boxes, but you got to be able to pay for the wood and the soil and everything that goes inside them to grow the plants. Then you got to turn around and buy the plants, or buy the seeds. So yeah, it's I think I may give up on the idea until we can find some really awesome company that can come in here and turn this house this way. Then I've got all kinds of great free land to put a garden on. I've never heard of our landfill here giving out free dirt. That's for sure. Bucket gardening. Pole saws do wonders for removing shade problems. I have a pole saw. Well, I think a pole saw would probably alleviate a little bit of our problem, but a lot of our morning sun shines through our neighbors' trees. During midday, the house blocks the shade in the front yard, and during the evening, our pine trees blocks the shade in the front yard. So, yeah, I could probably cut the peak off the house at an angle, or maybe alleviate a couple pine tree issues. But the neighbors might get a little crappy-fied if I go out there and start cutting their trees. Hell, they won't cut their trees. I've told you guys before, I have a tree limb right up above this room right now that is almost as big around as a Volkswagen Beetle. And they've even been told they need to get that cut down because it's dangerously large and the tree's starting to die. And, well, they won't. So, but these are the same neighbors who, during a storm a few years ago, tree broke in their backyard, which took out our power coming into the house and took out our old cable line. So, call around. Usually, some county gives you dirt and wood chips. Well, if it is an attachment for my weed eater, just have to be mindful, not, not treat it. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man! I cannot wait for this week. It is going to be so nice uh, to be able to walk to work, not bundled up like a little Eskimo with three pairs of socks on, and a pair of Carhartt pants over your britches, and three or four coats and a hoodie and two pairs of gloves. I can't wait. I can't wait. I am really looking forward to spring and summer this year, getting out, doing my shows, going and doing Ghostorama in June, going and doing the Niles Ren Fair in May, going out and doing our investigations. I get cabin fever too bad, y'all. When I was a younger man, I had no problem going and setting up my tent somewhere in the middle of winter, bringing in a bunch of firewood, lining a wall with it, starting a fire in the center of my tent, just 3 feet away from my cot, and camping in the snow. Hell, the year we got Ralphie, I was doing an event down in Indiana, and it snowed that Saturday. And I've got my nice wool blanket hunting coat on and my leather pants, and I'm sitting out next to my fire outside, and I've got three or four guys sitting on the cots in the tent with a fire going in there trying to stay warm, and I'm right out there letting the snow hit me. I didn't care. That's how you know you're still alive, when you do things that you wouldn't normally do just because, well, damn it, you want to do them. Crotch. Spring is in the air. It's almost time. It's almost like putting on a spacesuit and go out. All the layers I put on, it takes me 30 minutes to get dressed sometimes. Hey, Jan. Good to see you, dear. Yeah, you're right. You're right, David. That's exactly what it feels like. It takes me 15 minutes to get everything on here at the house to make a 15-minute walk in a snowstorm. And you find out during that walk all the places that air leaks in because that's the part that's blue and got frostbite by the time you get to your destination. And then you try to unlock the door and run in to turn off the alarm, and you look like a guy running on the moon. And you know you've only got like 45 seconds to get from the back of the building to the front of the building where the keyboard's at. I've almost set that alarm off a couple times. Made it with just a few seconds to spare. Then I go back and clock in. Then I take the 15 minutes it takes to get everything back off again. So yeah, nope. I want to go to work in a t-shirt or my chef's coat. That's how I want to walk home. Nice and comfy. And I'll be doing it this week. Love winter camping as long as you're prepared. I woke up with 2, 3 inches of snow on under Diamond Fly. I don't want to do that these days. Man, I would. I would. I mean, I'm just a few years younger than you are, bud, and I would still do it only because I enjoy it too much. And to me, going out and being able to put more clothes on is better than going out in, late June till the end of August and only being allowed to take so much off. Whether it be an infantryman's Rev war coat or wool pants, a wool vest, a wool coat, that you have to stay full dressed in because, well, that's how our ancestors did it. And that's what a lot of these places demand is that you stay traditionally covered. So it's probably one of the reasons that I used to do more native because I could go with just a light linen shirt on and a pair of leggings and a breech and be comfortable in the summertime. In the wintertime, mountain man is the way to go. I'm banning snow from our area. I don't have Hudson's Bay blankets anymore. See, it's a bloody shame you don't have a Hudson Bay blanket, dude. Even what's it called, a Sunrise, the Hudson Bay knockoff. I would love to have another Hudson Bay hunting coat. Um, I couldn't. I couldn't turn down selling it because what I uh, financial wise, what I materials I traded for it. This guy was offering me like 10 times that. Um, Probably $50 in trade goods, and he's offering me $500 for a coat, the coat and the mittens that I made to match. Um, I couldn't turn it down. Now I regret turning it down. Yes, it does. Wool sucks during July and August. Oh, I was in a coat under two blankets. Man, not me. That year that I sat out next to the fire when it was snowing, at that event, I had on my cotton muslin shirt, and I had on my Hudson Bay coat, and I had on my elk hide pants, and well, um, yeah, elk hide deer pants that Tyler now owns. Um, I still want those pants back too, Ty. I want them britches back until until I got up to get the fire rekindled and the coffee. See, that's probably going to be me in May at the Ren Fair. I'm going to crawl out from underneath my covers long enough to get the fire stoked up and get the coffee pot hung over the fire, and I'm going to lay my butt right back down again. I finally got my new laptop booted up with my new music channel. Yeah, I kind of figured with the Vingman, um, but I'm glad you got everything working on it well. The wife must have taken her uncle back home. Her uncle had to borrow our car last night. You know, the car we're borrowing from the wife's cousin. That the whole front passenger quarter panels destroyed on. The light keeps going in and out on it. Um, there's a hole in the exhaust, makes it sound like, a chainsaw going down the road. We actually got pulled over yesterday um, when she was taking me to the hospital because she had hit a bump and the passenger side headlight went out. So we got pulled over yesterday. Luckily, the female county sheriff that pulled us over was very understanding. She seen me dying in the passenger seat, and it was probably the fastest traffic stop I ever seen in my entire life. I'm sitting there bundled up, moaning, got a trash bag in my hand just in case I got nauseous driving down the road. Um, yeah, she made that a very quick traffic stop. She said if we happen to get pulled over again, just show them the fact that she had wrote a warning out, and everything should be good. So especially with her, taking me to and from the hospital. So I just added a 500 gig ZA drive to my second laptop last evening. I do all my editing and uploading for both channels on this laptop. Very cool, very cool. I do all of my videography, all my filming, and all my editing on this little thing right here that you're looking at me in. So, yeah, maybe one of these days I'll get a new desktop. Um, somehow, some way, one day, then I can start using my big screen again, and I don't have to keep bending down and squinting to read anything because, well, on this thing, all the letters and stuff are going to be like 2 inches tall, where on here they're an eighth of an inch, maybe. You too, Danny. You take care of yourself, man. Um, Stay in touch. I tried to call you the other day, about a week ago, and it just rang. So I figured you guys were probably busy. But if you get a chance, give me a holler, man. I'd love to catch up. Know some of the goody things we got going this year. But until then, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. For some reason, it takes twice as long for this one to boot up with Windows 11 than my other one does with Windows 10. Big announcement soon. Nice. I like big announcements. I am contemplating switching over to Linux on both these laptops. I have a 10 TB external drive. We'll need to hook up to this one. Sounds like fun. Hey, look at that. Oh, God. Oh, I gotta find my eye patch. I can't keep doing this. I gotta find my eye patch. Sun's out. It's gonna be a beautiful day. What's our temperature supposed to be today? Get off there. 64 degrees today. 64 degrees. Man, if that's not going to be a good day, hopefully this whole spinny thing slows down a little bit once we get that medicine in me. I would like to be able to go outside and do some stuff in the yard while it's pretty. Hopefully the stuff's not too expensive and we can get it and I can start taking it. 70 here today, 77 by Friday. Now you got me wondering. So I think ours is about the same. Daily. No, I said daily. 60, 60, 50 tomorrow, 52 tomorrow, 58 Wednesday, 63 Thursday, 70 Friday, 67 Saturday, 53 Sunday. It's going to be a nice week to be outside. The wife actually was talking about buying charcoal so we could get the grill fired up for the first time this year. I can't help but wonder what she's going to make. It's 44 here now. I can open the windows for a little while. It's 41 here right now. So we're not that far behind you. You too, Freedom. You take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. And hopefully, the next time we all get together like this, I'll be able to concentrate a little bit better on what all we're talking about. $37 here currently. That's too cold. Feel better. Prayers are with you and the family. Thank you, Freedom. I really appreciate that, honey. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot better than I was Saturday or yesterday. So as long as I can move around without getting the spinnies, it's going to be nice. I mean, to get outside and do much. Understandable. Understandable. I mean, when you can go outside in a decently light coat and a pair of jeans and work around the yard or do the things you need to do, and you don't have to wear 4 layers of clothes to go out there. It's always nicer, once again, to be able to wear less. So I completely got you. This winter we have had from where our trash man lifts the trash people's trash cans up and bangs them on the side of the truck. Things shoot over the top or spill out on the ground. They just leave it there and drive off. So during these last few months, things have been blowing up in our yard. People's pets have been dragging stuff over here. Um, we have found uh, meat packaging of stuff we don't buy laying all over our driveway and stuff where it's blown from both directions. And, I'd like to get out there and get all that cleaned up. This yard looks like crap, and I don't like my yard looking like crap. 40s, it's like a heat wave for me with all the cold weather we had the last few weeks. Definitely. Below about 55 or 60, I lose blood flow to my fingers and then I can't hang on to stuff. It's supposed to go up into the 60s by Wednesday. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Tony, because these last few days of cold temperatures and rain, it's been wreaking havoc on my arthritis. Um, the other morning, I could barely move these 3 fingers, and all the fingers were tingling. Over here on this hand, it's these 2 fingers here, and it just made going to work, even though the kitchen is 65 or 70 degrees with the ovens not turned on at work. Rolling the dough balls and stuff, and walking to and from, coming home, trying to keep the deck shoveled and stuff like that, just ripping my arthritis up. And then we had those 2 days of rain where it was only like 37, 38 degrees. My hands weren't worth squat. Morning, Bud Files. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I normally don't wear gloves, so it takes a lot before my start to tingle. Well, I don't have any like really good gloves. Um, Probably because our stores around here don't sell really good gloves. So I'm wearing a single pair of like knit gloves, and yeah, they don't offer much protection at 9 degrees and stuff like that. Um, oh well. I hate wearing gloves. I don't mind wearing gloves that much. Now, I can't do a lot of work in them, probably because they're knit and they soak up all the moisture and then they get wet, and then my hands are even colder and more tinglier. So, yeah, I wish I had the old man's old motorcycle gloves. I used to love those things. But that was the really cool thing about, the 80s and 90s when he bought all his leathers and stuff like that. They had the interior lining on them, like the old man's gloves were leather, and they had the built-in gauntlets, but they had thinsulate inside them. His old leather jacket that I have here for summer months, it's got the removable zip-in fur liner. So yeah. Oh man. Well, I hate to do this to you guys. I have specific mittens for hunting. I make my own mittens. I got enough wool laying around here. I can make my own mittens, and I'm nice and toasty. And I can make them as thick and bulky and insulated as I want to. I just don't have any sinew. I have. Well, I take that back. I've got this. This is the. Can you see? Can you see that? Can you? Can you? That is the last of 600 feet of sinew that I have been using for 4 years now. So, yeah, not making any mittens right now. So I can expose fingers for trigger work. Oh, definitely. Definitely. But all right, guys, it's that time. It's time for me to be like a fat baby and wobble out. Time to time to be like a tree and lose all my nuts. Time to be like a. Never mind. There's just no way to say it right. But you guys all have yourselves a good day. Have a good week. And come hell or high water, I will be here again next week, Monday morning. Same fat time, same fat station. And we'll do it all over again. But until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. And I'll catch y'all in about a week. Take care.